2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Golden State Warriors going up against the Wizards in Washington.
We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Take a look at the Warriors, and they're battling it out for playoff position, presently 8 games off the lead.
And well, for the Warriors, they haven't gotten anything to go their way here early on. What do they have to do to turn this thing around?
I don't think there's any one thing that's going to suddenly solve all these problems, but the number one thing is just to relax. They're trying so hard to right the ship, and you can see how much it's affecting their play. You can't be thinking and playing at the same time.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Dennis Schroeder is out there with Rozier. Then there's Warren. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Aldridge in at the center. That doesn't go either for George. So for the Wizards, their last game a win against the Timberwolves.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3 ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
And the Warriors do a lot of things at a high level, but perhaps the most pleasing to the eye is their ball movement, Brent. The entire roster is unselfish, and they love to make that extra pass.
Well, you think about how much they are divergent from what the NBA has always been known for. Pick and roll basketball, isolation plays, driving to the basket. They actually are dead last in a lot of those categories and end up moving the ball, moving themselves, and finding tremendous shots for each and every individual that's on the floor. Think about last year alone, Kevin, averaging 30 assists a game. That's some beautiful basketball. I just can't find the bottom of the net right now. He's looking frustrated. This quarter has been a bit of a nightmare for him.
And the rejection by Noel. Outside, Levine. And George kicks to Carter. Wizards passing it around, and it's good. 2 points. Noel's got his first points of the night.
That's a talented guy getting too easy a look. Might have been a miscommunication on that one.
Well, just the first quarter, everyone's still getting adjusted. That said, on defense, you have to bring help sooner.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
Well, that's a play that only works by practicing over and over and having a great rhythm with your teammate. You could see the timing there.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Schroeder passes to Warren. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Green, no luck.
Well, it's like the defense has a bunch of matchbooks in their hands right now, playing with fire. They were fortunate that somehow he misfired on that one.
Fox kicks to Levine. George with the ball. A 20-point game for him in the win against Minnesota.
A lot of those plays came off tremendous hustle. He was committed to ripping down as many rebounds as he possibly could in this one.
Washington shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Yeah, looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Now here's Schroeder. He had 13 points in the win again.
He also did a masterful job in that game of drawing a lot of fouls, so he's creating havoc for the defense.
Aldridge, no luck. The Wizards with the lead. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And count it, and a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Schroeder finds some deceptive ways to make you foul him, someone who can nail some shots despite getting hit on the way up.
The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Now here is George. 5 points in the game. Fox with it. Now guarded by Schroeder. Noel sets a screen for George. Clock at 6. Over Green. And the shot no good, a bit short. Rozier kicks it over to Schroeder, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Really solid work from Schroeder there, being physical and now going to the stripe.
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And their last game, a tight win, and it was the success at the foul line that played a huge part in it, and he was probably the deciding factor.
At the end of one, a closely contested game. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And the Warriors with possession here. It's a three-point game.
You could see it in that game, despite the odds going against them. Once it got to OT, they had that belief and resolve that they could win it.
Well, once they could taste that upset, they weren't going to let this one slip away. Ferocious in that overtime period.
They've got Carter. Noel is out there with Paul George. And it's Fox. And it's Levine in at the two guard. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. Well, we don't have a chalkboard here to draw it up, but if you could explain it, what's your favorite inbounds play when you really need a bucket?
All right, Kevin, so the guy goes to the right. He comes off the down pick, and then on the backside, you run the hammer, and you dribble to the right side. You throw along the baseline, but you're looking for the four-man on the slip, and also the five-man's popping back for the jump shot. Got it?
I got it. I like the run the hammer. Run the hammer. Fox kicks to Carter. In the corner, it's Levine. This one for three. The Warriors pull it in. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the two games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
And here is Fox. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Shot clock at 6. There's Levine. Again, Levine missing. Warriors leading by 6. The pass to Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Warriors.
Now you could just tell in his gait and in the look on his face, he's in a great rhythm after a terrific first quarter. He is feeling it here in the second.
Here's a screen by Noel. Here's George. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. George has got his third basket of the night.
And the mid-range jumper really right in George's comfort zone. When he isn't blowing by guys and finishing at the rim, he's knocking that one down with consistency.
A three from Warren. Washington with the rebound. Noel's got his third rebound tonight.
And when you see T.J. Warren on the court, I just love his activity. I mean, he's always cutting and moving without the basketball. Very adept at finding those openings on the floor.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Pass to Green. There's the three. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Green's got 11 points. And Warren last season had his year interrupted by injury, cooled off after the fast start. But Greg, he will always play with that activity.
Yeah, and he's so good at switching directions on a defender. Seemingly simple moves help him create great space both with and without the ball.
And the replay presented by Under Armour. Unleash chaos, giving us the chance to enjoy that alley-oop all over again. Aldridge's screen. Green kicks to Warren. Off target from three-point range. Wizards trail by 6. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Carter.
Oh, wow.
Hello. That's a beautiful jam.
And you know Carter is taking off on the drive. When he has a head of steam like that, he's looking to tear off the rim.
Warriors leading by 3. Schroeder dishes to Green. Back to Schroeder. Green, the screen. Pass to Rozier. 5 to shoot. Schroeder against Fox. And it's Schroeder missing.
Yeah, the defense cannot afford to be that lazy. You got to be up on the shooters at all times, especially at the mid-range.
What a... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports
Welcome back,
Halftime
everybody.
Show.
It's the halftime show on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson. Golden State found themselves in a close game in the first. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. The second quarter was dead even in terms of their scoring output for both teams. And now, folks, just
welcome back, folks. A lot to see in that shot from high above Washington, the Capitol, the Supreme Court, the Lincoln Memorial. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, you've got Rozier, T.J. Warren out there with Draymond Green. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge, and it's Schroeder in at the 1 spot. And it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, Fox has got great leaping ability, and he likes to get up off the ground there for the flush.
Schroeder passes to Aldridge. Dishes it to Warren. Back to Aldridge. No good there. And Washington the other way now. Here's Fox. The shot's good on the assist by George. 6 points for De'Aaron Fox.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Aldridge a screen. Green with the ball. Now defended by Levine. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And the Warriors lead by 1.
Well, they missed their first 3 shots, and after that maybe they'll get some air underneath their wings a little bit.
There's the pick. And Noel kicks to Fox. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And, you know, Brent, we know top-level coaching is an all-in affair. Strategy, motivation, working the officials. But who are some of the most complete coaches in the league right now?
Well, at the top of the list is Greg Popovich and what he does. There's no doubt that the way that he has his team prepared on a nightly basis, carrying out the game plan, the way he works the sidelines, as you mentioned, Kevin, Greg Popovich is the cream of the crop when it comes to NBA coaches.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Rozier kicks to Aldridge. And the layup's good off the glass. Aldridge has got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
A super high percentage shot from Aldridge there. Layups work.
Fox dishes to George. There's a screen by Noel. Lets it go from 14. Great tee that time from Green.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And Dennis Schroeder plays the game with a real flair. Tremendous confidence in his ability.
Sometimes that gets him in a bit of trouble too, Kevin. You got to minimize some of the energy that you put into the antics that are happening around the game and put that kind of energy back into the game. But still a talented young point guard and a guy who wants to measure himself up against the best in the league every night.
Green with the block.
Wow, gritty defense from Draymond, showing how tough it is, and great timing on the rejection.
Here's Warren. Drains it from 9 feet away. Warren's got 5 points so far. Wizards trail by 4. Fox kicks to George. The feed to Fox. Noel, a screen on Aldridge. Fox passes to George. There's Noel, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Noel's got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
Well, that's the second part of the equation there. Block out, be aggressive, and control the glass.
so it's Golden State with it. Warren kicks to Rozier. He feeds it to Green. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on George.
How about Draymond rising up into the contact? He's a good offensive player who finds his way this time to get to the free throw line.
Both free throws good from Green.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now here's Fox. He's got 9. Passes it to Levine. 6 on the shot clock. Here's George. The 17-footer goes down. 9 points in the game so far.
This is the kind of guy that you wake up in a cold sweat the night before you play him. Just a matchup nightmare. Tricky, confident, and he takes on all comers.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Warriors lead by 2. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple run.
And we're set to start the action up here in the fourth quarter. And if it's anything like the first 3, we should be in for a treat. Paul George is out there with Carter. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Fox. And it's Noel. And at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Noel sets a screen for LaVine. Terrific design on the pick play. And he lays it in. LaVine's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Wizards. Here's Warren. Aldridge with a screen on Fox. Schroeder dishes to Green. Off target with his 3.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Couldn't complete the play.
Kick out to Levine. There's a screen by Noel to take the lead. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point. And so Levine nails both of them. Warriors shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Schroeder passes to Aldridge. Knocked loose and stolen by Noel. Here's Levine. Green with the rebound. Levine's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And the basket by Rozier. And the Warriors lead by 1. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
No, that's a good call. Just keep arguing with the officials because they change that call all the time. Not.
Here's Aldridge. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
Well, he can play high post, low post, can stretch you out to 3. Really no limits to what Aldridge can do offensively.
Outside, Levine. And Carter has it in the corner. Shoots over Warren. And again, Washington no good. Warriors leading by 3. Here's Schroeder. That one no good.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Noel sets a screen for Carter. Shot clock at 5. From deep. But they get it back. Now Fox. Back to Levine from downtown. Hands it from downtown. Levine's got it all tied up now for the Wizards.
How about the awareness there from Fox? You gotta love seeing how he is such a willing passer in finding the open man.
And it's Schroeder missing.
I give the defense a C+ on that possession, but still, I'm sure he's upset he missed.
Carter kicks to George. Now, here's Fox. Defense is right there. The dish to George. Over Green. Off the iron that time. Carter against Warren. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Nerlens Noel.
Well, that is NBA level right there.
No doubt, professional move all the way, puts the team on his back when it matters most.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. They're trailing by 3. 34 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Draymond Green.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Scott Brooks' huddle. With this game in the balance, he really came after his guys. He said, this is our time. Right now, be in the moment with each other. Do your job, and I promise you we'll win this game. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Washington calls timeout. They're trailing by 4. There's 14 seconds left in the game. Carter kicks to Fox. Buries it. And that shot brings them to within just 1.
I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Well, important there to have the 3-point lead because only a 3 can tie it up now.
Feeds it to Noel. Carter with a 3. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for
I don't
them.
understand this team at all. They beat playoff teams, but when it comes to teams that are in contention, they play them very close. It's like they play up to their opponents and play down to their opponents. Overall, pretty good game.